Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so you're obviously seeing that today it is on a Monday instead of the usual Sunday. So go ahead and take a look in the About section of my YouTube channel, and this will give you guys the new posting schedule, so that way you guys can kind of see what you can expect from me on a regular basis. So anyways, just take what resonates today for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. This soul connection can be for any kind of a soul connection, but because this week is Thanksgiving, I really wanted to focus on what we can be grateful for when it comes to this connection. So even if you've experienced challenges and or in a separation with someone, or whatever has transpired, you're learning about yourself. That's really what my readings are all about. It's about the soul connection that you still feel connected to. Why do you feel connected to it? Is there something for you to learn? Is there something that you can improve, something that you can heal? A lot of the times people come into our lives for those reasons. Sometimes we project fantasies onto people. Sometimes we get stuck and hang on, wanting to just project all of our worth onto another person. And sometimes things happen when we do this, which actually helps us to heal. It helps us to learn to love ourselves more, etc. So that's really what I like to dive into when it comes to these soul connection readings. So anyways, you guys, if that's something you're interested in, please stay tuned. And all the decks I'll be using here will be listed down below. I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. And this beautiful organite is called the Twin Flame Lovers, created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. Let's get into it and just see what can we be grateful for when it comes to this person. So what kind of things have come up with this individual? How have we been triggered? What have we experienced? And what can we take from it? How can we turn it around in a positive way? So we're going to go into the Denied Shadow Oracle. And I think it's the perfect title, actually, for a deck, because it's kind of like, what shadows are we denying within ourselves? What shadow work do we actually need to do? Or maybe even it's our person that's kind of denying something about themselves. So let's see what that looks like. What are the denied shadows when it comes to this soul connection? So we'll take those two. I was looking for three. All right. We have engagement, we have inspiration, and we have liar. That's interesting. Okay. So engagement. Someone is ready to take things to the next level. We have inspiration. You are a muse to someone. And liar. Someone isn't telling the truth. Whoa. So I want to go ahead and go deeper into this, kind of just to figure out why this is coming through in this way. But the first thing that I'm getting here is that someone was ready to take things to the next level. The other person was not. One person was committed. One person wanted something and the other person just was not on the same page at that time. So this obviously created a trigger. It created a friction. It created a situation. And, let's figure out what that is. So we're going to go into this deck here, which is called the Soul Activation Shadow Edition by Rising Sun Oracle. This one's from Four of Wands Tarot. Repressed, okay? So what I'm seeing with this here is that with this engagement, so someone's ready to take things to the next level, but someone's really repressing this. So I feel like if you're watching this video, it most likely wasn't you. For some, it could be. It could have been you. But I'm getting for the majority of you, it was probably your person. Your person was very much in their human mind, their human ego, and really repressing their either feelings or just repressing opening up to you in a vulnerable way. They did not want to be vulnerable. They did not want to basically open themselves up to this experience. So this did create a lot of issues here. So let's go ahead and go into some tarot and see what other things want to come through. This is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. This one wants to pop up immediately. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, I feel, is you, the person watching the video. You're very intuitive. You're very empathic. You're ready for this emotional connection. Your person was not, okay? And when it comes to what your person was repressing, they were repressing their emotions, okay? They were repressing opening themselves up to you. So we're going to, of course, go into what you can be grateful for and take away from this entire situation in just a moment. But what else? Yeah, we have this right here. I mean, upright. This is being strong enough and having the courage to face things. But when it's reversed, it means that we really are repressing ourselves. We're restraining ourselves, yes, but we're restraining ourselves because we are afraid. We're not doing things because we feel that that's right. You know, sometimes people will restrain themselves from doing certain things because they know that it's probably not best for them, or it's not the right thing to do or the right time. This person is repressing themselves because they are afraid. So that's a negative aspect of the Strength in reverse. And we have the Queen of Wands. Now, for some of you guys, there could have been two people involved here. Okay, we have fire and water, but we have Queen of Wands, confident and magnetic. What I'm getting here is that what you can really take from this, don't take it personally for one, okay? Know that you are the Queen of Wands. You're actually fiery, very confident in your energy, very magnetic. You've drawn this person to you for a reason, and it was to help you to become stronger in your life. So that's actually something that you can take away from this entire situation, is that this person may have actually helped you to maybe make a better commitment to yourself, kind of ascend to the next level with your own healing and your own empowerment, and maybe helping to pull you out of this complete Queen of Cups. Nothing wrong with the Queen of Cups, but I'm getting here a nice balance between this water and fire. We're intuitive and emotional enough to be connected to our emotions, but we're also confident enough to know that just diving deep and being completely like drowning in our emotions isn't the greatest way to be either. So we're empathetic to a point, but we're also very confident and discerning at the same time. So I feel like this person and what they have either, let's just say, pulled or done, this has really helped you to get stronger as a person. It's really helped to reveal your weaknesses and to help you to kind of gain strength and power over those weaknesses. You're not a weak person. Maybe you felt like you were a weak person when you dealt with this individual, but you have become stronger, and that's what you can really take away from this whole situation. So in a way, you guys, it was a blessing in disguise. You couldn't see it, or maybe have been having a difficult time seeing it now, but really try not to repress this lesson. Try not to repress this blessing. Really engage in the blessing that's being presented to you, because it's helping to take you to the next level on your ascension journey. So you can either regress or you can progress on your journey. The choice is always our own. So that's really amazing. So I love this because this tells me here that we can really tap into the inspiration of this situation. We don't have to be victims. We don't have to put our lives on hold or take it personal that this person just isn't ready to engage with us in an emotional way. They are afraid. They have a lot of fear. I'm getting here, we don't have as much fear as this person. Yeah, we may have some issues. We may be very sensitive, but the thing is, you're not repressed. You're not afraid to open yourself up. You're not afraid to take a risk. Your person is, okay? So if they're at a point in their lives where they're just not able to open up to you, then this is telling you very much that it's not you, it's them. So you're a muse to someone. Be this person's inspiration. Also allow this person to be your inspiration. Be the inspiration as in, okay, you know what? You're not ready. You don't want the same things as me. That's okay. I love myself enough to know that I am confident enough to know that there are other things either out there for me or other things that I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to hold myself back in life waiting for you. No, instead, I'm going to empower myself and keep moving forward with my life. I'm going to keep engaging in my life. I'm going to keep engaging in outside activities. I might even engage myself with new people and new connections. I love myself enough to know that we just may not be on the same page, and that's okay. But thank you for our time together. Hopefully one day you can see something, and maybe you'll remove this blindfold at some point, but I'm not going to put my life on hold waiting for that. Okay, I'm going to open myself up to living. So that's what we can take from this whole situation, you guys. We don't have to crumble and just die right on the spot because someone just couldn't see it. Somebody couldn't see our worth or our value. Somebody couldn't get with the program, or we just weren't on the same page. We don't have to make it a gigantic deal. We don't have to be in doom and gloom over this situation or this person. Your person has yet to see something. They're still searching for something. They're still very much stuck somewhere. Don't get stuck with this person to where now you're both stuck in this bubble. Burst that bubble and get out and open yourself up to other experiences. Keep ascending, keep moving forward, keep growing on this journey. And I just love the way that this is all coming through. Engage in other activities, okay? Take yourself to the next level. All right, what else? Yeah, indecisive. Don't get stuck. Don't get hung up on this person. Yeah, take the blessing here. Take the blessing. It's a really simple thing to say, but it is somewhat of a difficult thing to actually accept. Me and this person are not on the same page, and that's okay. But I'm not going to get stuck on my journey. I'm not going to be at a stalemate now because someone else can't get it together, or somebody else can't give me a decision, or they can't, figure things out, or they can't follow through with what they're saying. I'm not going to put my life on hold for someone that is still in this indecisive energy. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to go here, or I'm going to go there. I'm not going to stay stuck. That's where this person's at. They're stuck. They're repressing themselves on their journey. Don't allow their energy to infect you and to cause you now to get all confused on your journey. We have old wounds, 5 of Cups. So 5 of Cups is we can sit on this pathway here and we can think about all the things that went down, all the pain that this person caused us, all the pain in our lives. It's not fair that everything has happened to me. It's, people just keep hurting me over and over again. We can wallow in the pits if we choose to, or we can pick ourselves up and we can keep moving forward. And we can, again, engage in other situations, other activities that are going to help to promote a feeling of well-being instead of staying stuck and focusing on what didn't work, okay? There's a time to address those wounds, yes, and to do that shadow work, yes. But I feel like a lot of us have been on this journey, or maybe even connected to this person for so long, where it's like, enough is enough. I'm done with the darkness. I'm done with it being so difficult. I realize at this point I'm getting in my own way. My own ego and what I don't want to see may also be repressing me from opening myself up to happiness. Us human beings are going to do it to ourselves every time. It's not the alcohol. It's not the other person. It's not a particular religion. It's not a political view. So all of these things are just things, objects, people, belief systems. It's the person that's going to take it and either villainize it, demonize it, abuse it, create a problem with it. Okay? It's the human in us that's going to do that. It's not these things. It's not these labels. It's us. So it's about taking responsibility for our pain. And that's not to say we created our pain. There may have been other people that have done something to create that pain for us. But use what has happened to you to inspire you to survive, inspire you to heal. Don't allow it to continue to kind of keep you down for the rest of your life. And I'm just seeing this person is no different. Let this person be your inspiration to live your best life. Yep. So we have the Tower. The Tower is about just crumbling down the old and resurrecting to the new. Sometimes things fall apart, you guys. And sometimes the universe will step in and do things for us that we haven't been taking care of. So sometimes things will be taken out of our hands. We have the free will to make decisions, but sometimes we put things on hold for so long. It's just kind of like, you know what? It's time to shit or get off the pot. Oh, you didn't? So, okay, we're going to take care of these things for you. There's going to be some sort of a cataclysmic event or something that happens where it's just like, wow, I had an opportunity to do this, but I didn't do it when it was in my control. Now it's out of my control. Whoa, that really sucks. But hey, I guess I have no choice but to carry on. So it's always a choice, what we want to do. And we can put things on hold, but eventually it is going to catch up to us. So this is about creating your own destiny and not allowing other things to kind of like push you to do things that you already know you need to do. Let's just make the decisions for ourselves. And we have that Two of Pentacles. Yeah. So the Two of Pentacles is being indecisive. It's kind of going back and forth, just kind of like, trying to balance. It says balancing act, trying to balance out, weigh our options. I'm getting here. You guys already know. You guys already know what to do. And the way forward is to just put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. Okay. Even if that means that you have to leave this person behind temporarily or leave this person behind for good, either way, it's for your highest good, the outcome here. Okay. So we can be blessed to have known this person, that they have helped us grow immensely on our journey, but they don't have to be our entire reason for living or our entire existence here. There are other things beyond this person. So really the soul connection reading this week is going to be for people that might be stuck on their journey or really just having a hard time getting to a healed place or a place of positivity with this person. The bitterness might just be overwhelming. Now we have liars. Somebody could have lied to you. Somebody could have deliberately told you a lie. Somebody could have said something to you knowing that they were not going to be able to follow through, but they did it anyways. Why do people do this? You have to put yourself sometimes into other people's shoes. There's certain things that people have done to me that I would never dream of doing, could never do, because that's just not me. But there have been times where I realized, you know what? I've hurt somebody in a way that I've been hurt before, and I felt like such a victim, but actually I've done that in a different way to someone else. I guarantee at some point in our lives, we've hurt someone just as much as we felt hurt from someone else. So it's all about just, why people are doing what they're doing. There's usually layers. There's usually a deeper reason why people are doing what they're doing. But sometimes people can get to a point where they're giving passes and they're just saying, okay, well, it's okay. I understand this person's wounded. This person was abused as a child. So it's okay that they keep treating me like crap. No, that's not what we're saying here. It's just very much about being aware that it's not really personal. When someone lies to you, it's not personal. It's actually more about them than about you. It says so much about that other person that feels the need to lie. Usually they're lying to themselves. So they're not able to be truthful with themselves. They're certainly not going to be truthful with you. So how is that really personal? Yes, it sucks and it hurts, but I feel like we really get stuck in a trap when we take it so personally and we take it so to heart that someone did something to us. And I mean, I'm speaking from experience. There's been some things that at the end of the day, this person's just kind of unaware of themselves. It doesn't give them a pass, but they are unaware of themselves. They don't really see themselves. Okay. And there are conditions, that are, could be, responsible for this. But I was just going to say there's certain things that have happened to me. Oh my God. And if you guys have been following my channel for a while, I talk about, just pain that I've held on to a ridiculous amount of time. And I always thought I was such a self-aware person, to come to find out, like I have a lot of residual pain that I've been holding on to and a lot of resentment for a very long time, felt very just justified in that pain and energy. And to some degree, that is true. But at the same time, it's like, who do I think I'm punishing? I'm not punishing the other person. I'm punishing myself. So the thing is, because at the end of the day, this person just may not be aware enough to know what they're doing and how they're actually really impacting. I guarantee you that the person that I'm thinking of in my mind right now that lied and hurt me back then, way back then, really was unaware of the effect and the impact that they would have on my life today. But that's what makes it a beautiful thing, because this person has become a muse on my journey to self-awareness and self-ascension. So they didn't even know that they would be a muse to someone, but they're a muse to me because they've helped me so much on my spiritual journey. They've helped me ascend so much. So without their lies and bullshit, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And it's not like where I'm at today is so perfect. But the thing is, I just look at things differently now. And I can be grateful to this person for helping me to see those things. Am I ever going to probably speak to this person or have them in my life? Probably not, but that's not the point. I don't need them in my life to learn the lesson, to feel blessed by the connection, to hold love in my heart for this person now instead of hate. So there's a reason for everything. But at the end of the day, you guys, some of you are just dealing with people that are unaware of their crap. And some of those conditions can be people that are narcissists. And that's not to label everyone a narcissist, but some of you guys are dealing with someone who's completely unaware of themselves. They could have narcissism, some other psychopathy, or, borderline personality or whatever. I'm not a psychologist, but there's just a lot of conditions where people are just completely unaware of themselves. And your person might just be one of those people. So no matter what you say or do, you're not going to be able to get through. So all you can do is just focus on yourself and heal you. That's it. So we have the 9 of Wands. Yes, the 9 of Wands is about letting go, okay? It's not like your typical 8 of Cups, but I just see the 9 of Wands as we're no longer putting up our walls. We're no longer trying to protect ourselves and build a fortress around ourselves. We're no longer putting so much effort into a situation or a person. We're just kind of letting go. All right, we've learned the lesson. We're ready to let go of that burden. It doesn't have to be so significant, or it doesn't have to be so significant in our lives. We can just kind of, let it go. King of Pentacles. If you guys were looking at this person to be that rock solid person in your life, someone that you would be getting married to, maybe even possibly having a family with or a stable connection with, it just looks to me like this person may just not be that. It may not be capable. And it doesn't mean ever. It just means at this time, they're just incapable of doing that. Some of them are married. Some of them are in other situations and have children. So they may lie to you because they're in survival mode. They're in that survival mode, completely unaware of how that's actually affecting you. So some of you guys are in third-party situations. This person just may not realize the impact that they actually have on you, their spouse, their children, anything. And we have unfinished business. So I feel like this cycle, it feels incomplete. It feels like we didn't get what we wanted in this situation. It feels unfair. But the thing is, you can't make someone get it. You can't make someone do the right thing. Someone's either going to do the right thing and they're going to see themselves, or they're not. And to put our lives on hold waiting for that, now we're going to have our head in the sand and we're not going to be able to open up new doors for ourselves. The world means that nothing new can happen here. There's still this door that's just either not really wanting to open, that we can grow and we can ascend to the next level. So I just feel like this is just going to be a suppressed energy here the longer that we wait for this person to leave their situation, or to start being truthful with us, or to start basically doing the right thing. If your person has been lying to you or doing the wrong thing for a long time, it may be that it's time to upgrade and leave this person behind for now until they can get their crap together and start being a better person to you. So if you guys are dealing with some doozies, and I'm telling you, I do a lot of readings. I do a lot of personal readings for people, and I do hear some of these stories. It's not everybody's story, but some people are really dealing with people that really aren't, it's kind of like, why would you want to deal with this person? Why would you want to stay connected to this person? This person's been lying to you. This person's been cheating on you. This person is, involved elsewhere. And so why would you want to put your life on hold? Why would you even want to subject yourself to that type of person? You deserve so much better. And that's just really what I'm getting in this reading today. You guys deserve so much better than what you're settling for when it comes to this individual, and you know it. So what can you be grateful for? You can be grateful that this person has their head in the sand and that they're not doing what they should be doing, that they're not doing the right thing. Because what it's doing is it's helping you to become more aware of yourself and maybe aware of your wounds and things that you do need to heal, so that way you can live a better life. So sometimes people that hurt us or are difficult to deal with are our greatest teachers. And that's what I'm getting for this reading today. We can be very grateful for this individual. We don't have to hate on them. We don't have to swear at them. We don't have to give them a piece of our mind. We just have to just be willing to understand that they may not be aware enough to be on our level. And sometimes the work and the decision falls on us that we need to be the one to walk away. And it's very easy. It's very easy to stay stuck and be like, well, I'm not going to do anything until this person does this or this person does that. What a cop out, man. What a cop out. I've actually done that myself, and I know other people that have done that. It's a cop out at the end of the day because you're just like, I don't really want to do what I know that I should do. So I'm just going to put it on them. I'll just wait. I'll wait and see what they do. It's a cop out. You're handing over your power to another person. It's just not a good thing to do. So anyways, that is what we have when it comes to this situation, this connection. So why don't we go ahead and just kind of keep going into some layers of some other things that you guys can be really grateful for when it comes to this situation. Let's see. We're going to go into my Divine Feminine Healing. What other things can we be grateful for when it comes to this person? I love this. This is my favorite card in the whole deck that I made. I will never forget you, my love, but I must continue on with my life. If we are meant to be, the universe will find a way. That says it all. If you and this person are meant to be, the universe is going to find a way for your paths to cross once again. But we are so scared. We are so scared to let go of someone because we're afraid we're never going to see them again. That might be true. But to hang on isn't going to change it. It's not going to change it. So we need to remember that what is meant for us will never be held from us. Bitterness. That's the thing. I did talk about that bitter feeling. We can continue to hold on to that poison and expect the other person to die, right? But all that does is it makes us bitter. We can also, continue to have conversations about this person, complain to all of our family and friends about them. At the end of the day, it just makes you bitter. So this is talking about, I don't engage in gossip about others, as to do so only breeds negativity. Do unto others what you would have done unto you. Also, try not to get into that state of revenge. It's very easy. Ooh, this person hurt me. I'm going to show them. Ooh. The best revenge is living your best life. Living your best life is your revenge. As I heal, I'm setting us free. So when it comes to soul connections, you guys, especially if you feel connected to this individual, you guys are connected, or you're connecting to this individual still and on a regular basis, is because you have not freed yourself from the shackles of either bitterness. You haven't freed yourself from, truly forgiving maybe yourself or this person, or there's just still some unhealed trauma. I get a lot of people that come to me and say, well, I don't understand why I'm still connected to this person. Every time I let go, I start seeing their name. Every time I let go, they come back. The thing is, you guys, I don't exactly know, and I'm not an expert of how energy works. All I know is that when you stop focusing on something and you stop holding on to something, it's kind of interesting the way it does have a tendency to come back, okay? But that doesn't always mean what we think it means. Sometimes that just simply means that the universe is showing you, hey, this person's back. Are you going to take their crap again, or are you going to liberate yourself because you actually healed the issue or the trauma bond that maybe you guys shared and you're ready to move forward with your life? Sometimes it's a reminder of ourselves. So I don't really put a lot into signs or names or things that I see like angel numbers and things like that. Sometimes there's significance in it, but to me, I don't run my life based on all these signs and different things, because some of those things, you guys, maybe might not be what we think they are. Sometimes we can make something into something. Okay, if you're feeling really nostalgic, your energy is aligned with that person. So maybe you're going to hear their name, or you're going to hear their birthday a lot, or you're just going to hear these songs that remind you of this individual. I just not sure that every single thing that we're getting is 100% what we think it is. So it's just about kind of maybe even liberating yourself from just even looking into or putting so much emphasis on every single sign or every single thing that you're getting about this person, because I've seen a lot of people stuck. A lot of people stay stuck on really toxic people because they keep getting an angel number. I keep seeing 1111. Great. That's a beautiful number, but maybe that is a number for you, that it's time for you to ascend on the next level of this journey. It's time for you to stop focusing on someone else and really master yourself and really focus on your life purpose and mission. Maybe some people are stuck like, well, I was told that this person's my twin flame and that my mission and purpose involve this individual. There's different belief systems out there, but I do not believe that you can be held back on your own free will journey in this life because you're not in union or like physical union with your person. I just don't feel that that is something when we come to this planet with free will, that was the intention, that we would be held back by our twin flame, So to me, it's all about frequency. When you guys are meant to be within that same frequency and you guys are both leveled up, you guys may come into that frequency, and that's a wonderful, beautiful thing. If that happens, maybe you guys can do that mission and purpose, but to put your life on hold or to say, I can't do this without my person, that is like a codependent type of an energy, and that's just not healthy. You can liberate yourself at any time. The more that you heal, the more you're going to feel free in this life to do the things that make you happy instead of holding yourself back on account of someone else. So remember, whatever's meant for you will find a way back to you. And if it doesn't, that's saying something too. So let's continue. We're going to go into this deck here, which is called Advice from the Divine on How to Remove Your Masks. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. Yin Yang. It says, love yourself and others in the light and the shadows. So this is about loving the darkness and the light within yourself and other people. So everybody is made up of dark and light. And sometimes you're going to be dealing with somebody's shadow. Sometimes you're going to be dealing with somebody's light. So this is about balancing that energy. Let God and your source, or let God be your source and supply. This to me is telling me here to take your faith off of another person. Okay. So it just doesn't really matter what you guys believe, whether it's, God or, the universe or however you connect, right? Source. There's all different types of names for that. It's for that energy. Soul food. I see so many times with these soul connections that people put so much into their person, so much of their expectation or their healing or their reason for even being here right now on this planet, that it's their person. So it's almost like their person becomes this like idol. Their person becomes their reason for everything. And I feel like what this soul food is telling us is that it's time for us to take that need for nourishment off of another person and put it back into ourselves and our connection with the divine. That's what's really going to nourish your soul, not another person. People are people. Humans are humans. Humans are going to let you down every time, just like humans are going to screw things up every time. That's what we came here to do. That's how we're going to learn, by these trial and errors. So to put all your faith into an actual human being, this is like somebody also putting a bunch of expectations onto you. That is so unrealistic. It's going to fail every time. But what isn't going to fail is when you put that need for nourishment into yourself and into your creator, into the universe, God, however you guys connect in that way. So we are being asked to remove our attachments off of people and put it back into ourselves and the universe. I think that that's an excellent bit of advice. I really do. It's really beautiful. We have hesitation. Don't hesitate. Focus your intention and take positive action. Again, very much this road here that some people are on right now, where it's just like, I know that I have a decision to make. What is holding us back? Don't hesitate. Don't continue to be indecisive on your journey. This is telling us it's time for us to make a move. With or without our person, it's time to make a freaking move. Balance yourself. If you can't get balance with your masculine or your feminine, whoever you see as kind of like your counterpart or whatever you see them as, if you can't get that balance with them, get that balance within yourself. Okay? So things that we can continue to be grateful for. That is really all that we're getting here. I think those are amazing messages, very empowering. So how else can we be grateful for this individual being in our lives and just the things that we've had to experience with them so far? What else? This is my Arrows of Love Oracle. We have true love. And the immediate message that I'm getting is this. Not everybody gets to experience what true love feels like. Okay? Not everybody gets to experience deep connection. It's actually a gift. It can feel like a curse, but it's a gift. Our our humanness can take it and create a mess out of it. Yes. Okay. But love is one of the greatest gifts of all. Is that a song? I think that's a song from Whitney Houston. The greatest gift of all. Something. Yeah. And then we have interference. Our humanness can interfere with the energy of love all day long, okay? Our need to secure either a mate or secure something or solidify something with another person. It's only natural to want to feel that way. Some of us were raised that way. I was. Oh my gosh. I was raised with traditional, conservative, like the man goes to work and the woman stays home and keeps home and all this other stuff. I mean, I went through a majority of my life searching for that, and I did ultimately find that. Mr. Moon is actually very traditional in his values. And, we have a pretty secure partnership in life together that I quite enjoy. But the thing is, sometimes how we were either raised or what our expectations are of what we think happiness looks like can sometimes interfere with our actual getting that. You know what I mean? And sometimes there's a lot of lessons on the way. Kissing a lot of frogs on the way before you find your prince. I mean, I know that sounds kind of like a fairy tale, but that's just something that's coming through. So the roses are red, violets are blue, that sort of thing. But true love and just love in general is not something that everyone gets to experience. So this is another way where we can feel grateful and blessed that we were able to feel something very significant and deep with this person, even if something interfered with it, even if it was us or them or other people. Okay? So there's something about this to be grateful for. The lessons of learning. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot here. And we have that joy, love nest. With the Queen of Swords, Keeper of Arrows. So to me, it's like our skills in knowing what we want and just being sharp because we've learned so many things along the way. This is actually going to help us on our pathway to joy. So I feel that the viewer has only gotten stronger, has only gotten sharper with the skills, and is really on either the search or the avenue to finding true love. So maybe you've experienced the energy of maybe what some of you thought was true love, and it's not to say it was or it wasn't. But I feel that the more that you apply yourself or apply these lessons and really kind of take into consideration, that Queen of Swords is very much just analyzing things. I mean, look at her, look how serious she looks. She's very much analyzing things. She's not so quick to buy into the bullshit. She's not so quick to just believe everything that comes to her. She's learned a lot on her journey. All right. So she may have had to experience some bumps in the roads and a liar or, lies here or two. I don't know why I can't say that right, but she's had to learn. She's had to learn by kissing a few frogs along the way, but it doesn't mean that she's not going to be able to ever experience joy in either another situation or in her life. She can be secure on her own journey with what she has. She doesn't even necessarily need a partner to experience this true love or joy. She can have this true love and joy within herself. She can be secure within herself. And what I'm getting here is that if some of you guys really do want a partnership, securing that energy within yourself is how you're going to actually match up and have that reflected back to you in the outer world. So we can be grateful that this person, again, has taught us so much, has helped us to love ourselves more than we did before we met them, because it's only pushing us more towards our pathway to joy. It's actually pushing us towards what we do want and what we do deserve. So your person's a part of that. And you can be grateful to them today for helping you to see what you're not going to put up with and what you do really want in this life. And sometimes it takes other people to help us see it. And I feel like this person has helped you to see this. They've helped you to see something about yourself, about what you want, what you're looking for, what you need to work on, etc. And it doesn't mean for everybody that this person isn't the one, or that they couldn't be the one in the end, or that you guys can't make this work. It just means that the experiences that you've had with them so far may have been challenging, and their challenges that you guys have had has helped you to see something and learn something about yourself. Okay? Because it's all about leveling up. It's all about leveling up. What else can we be grateful for? Okay, this one wants to fly out. We have deranged, crazy, and lunatic chainsaw. It just makes me laugh. Okay, so Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Of course, that's coming through. But let me go ahead and get some additional messages here. This is my Mystics Midnight Oracle and Tarot. Okay, half in and half out. I'm getting here for some of you guys, this person has just driven you to the point of like you're on the edge. You know what I mean? Their half in, half out crap has just really, really caused you to almost feel like you're losing your mind, or that you're going insane. All right. It may have even caused you to just act out and lash out in crazy ways. Okay. The Lord of Blood is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is very much about what we want in a partner, our romantic pursuit, our cup of love. This is the cup that we want to drink from. But if someone's half in and half out of our lives, how the hell is that going to work? Yeah, we have Eight of Demons, which is locked up. Eight of Swords, stuck, hung up on this person. So I just feel with that Two of Bones, which is, by the way, the Two of Pentacles, it's being in that limbo state. And we actually already saw this earlier here with this Two of Pentacles card. It's time for us to get off that tightrope. It's time for us, instead of having one foot in this situation and one foot out of the situation, or someone having that with us, it's time for us to release ourselves from this stuck energy. Eight of Swords, okay? We can chain ourselves down with this person because we love them, because they're everything that we've been looking for. But if your person's not on the same page as you, or they're not available, we can't love them to the point to where they'll change. It doesn't work that way. You're only going to drive yourself crazy doing that. So this person's, either keeping things a certain way for so long is really pushing you to the point that you're going to have to make a decision to escape. And sometimes we don't want to be the person to make that decision. We want someone else to do the work. We want someone else to cut things off. So this half in, half out, it's just a bunch of wasted time is what I'm getting here. So we can see this person as a blessing because it's actually helping us to conjure up the strength to say, no more. I'm not dealing with this any longer. Okay, so two want to come out. Interesting. We have belief system. It's a very powerful belief system that we have that's connected to this person. And I just did a reading today. It was the daily message that talked about a belief system that's just no longer serving. Sometimes our belief system is meant to shift and change and evolve. So we're not where we came onto this journey where we thought maybe a certain thing. Sometimes things come in that threaten that, or we become triggered because other people are just like falling off of a belief system, or people no longer feel powerful or strongly connected to a belief system. Things can start to shift and change, and sometimes those things are good. Sometimes it means that we're due for a change. Yeah, some sort of information is actually coming to us It's being revealed to us in kind of like a way where it's not 100% in our faces, but it's like a nudging feeling. It's like our intuition is screaming at us, and that came through today's reading as well. It's screaming at us that something is off, something is just not really jiving with me anymore. So it might be time for me to kind of pull out of this belief system and maybe just make a shift and focus on something else, because I feel like a lot of people's belief systems and what they've believed for so long, it's not bringing them peace. It's not bringing them happiness anymore. It's just not working out. So I see there's a lot of shifts right now in the collective, a lot. Yeah, we have, oh my gosh, 7 of Pentacles actually, I think came up in that reading too. See, crumbling down. It's like looking at what we've been building up this whole time. We're examining the details. We're examining all the information in front of us, but something's still not adding up. This tower says it's time for a reset. It's time to let the old go so that way the new can start to usher in. So it might be just time for us to just maybe, and I'm just going to put this example out there, maybe someone that you've been calling your divine masculine or your divine feminine or your twin flame for so long, maybe it's time to just stop doing that. Doesn't mean that it's not the case. But maybe we need to stop focusing so much on a belief system or focusing on this person or being so plugged into a certain belief system, because at the end of the day, is it helping us or is it actually hindering us? I have to, and this is something that I've been really trying to be more aware of. And this isn't to diss anybody that doesn't do personal readings, but there's a lot of people out there that put up content on whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. They don't really think about how it's actually going to impact people in a negative way, how it's going to create a lot of confusion or just misinformation or cause people to hang on when really they probably need to let go. As readers, we can't be in control of how people are going to absorb the content or how they're going to apply it to their lives, because we say such things as just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. Well, what if someone's dealing with a super abusive, toxic person and it resonates for them that a reading is saying this person loves you and they're coming back? Sometimes that can really be very damaging. And I just feel like a lot of that is happening right now in the collective, and it's been happening for quite some time. And I'm here to admit that I've been a part of that problem in the past. I don't think I've realized how some of my readings may have impacted people in a negative way, causing someone to say, well, I've been resonating with these readings. This is what feels right, or this is what I want to believe. And then all of a sudden that's not happening or panning out in their lives. And then they're just devastated. So my point is that sometimes kind of unplugging from a collective consciousness or like a belief system or something that you've been following for quite some time, maybe pull away from it and see how you feel. I know a lot of people are off and on a journey, off and on YouTube, watching these readings. I hear it in my comments all the time, you guys. I unfollowed you a year ago, but then your reading popped up and I'm like, oh, cool. This resonates for me. And I always welcome people to do what is best for their journey. But I just feel that what this is saying to us, you guys, is that something isn't just super in our face that this is the answer or this isn't the answer. It's something where you're kind of going to have to look at those details and say, is this impacting my life in a positive way? Or is it impacting my life in a negative way, continuing to believe this or continuing to plug into this information or watch this or watch that? Is it helping me or is it hindering me? Is it just completely creating more pain for me, or is it actually healing? So there's a lot of different things, and it's interesting because we have on the bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords, great sorrow. I feel like some of you guys, this is where you've been. I've actually been in that energy myself where I'm just like, fuck. I don't even know what I want. I don't even know what to believe, what to think, how to feel anymore. I don't know if I can take something one more minute. I feel just like I'm going to go crazy, like that freaking lunatic, right? Breaking point. Some of you guys might be at that breaking point where you're just like, you know what? I got to take care of myself. I feel like I'm drowning. So anyways, I always tell you guys to do what is best for you. And, really try to, if you are going to continue to watch readings or watch content, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, really just try to balance it out with some grounded things and maybe some fun things, maybe some, messages about what your person's thinking about you, but to watch readings every single day about your messages from your person, how your person's feeling about you. Because I think it was before I actually got started for the day, I was on YouTube and I was looking at, it wasn't who I'm following. It was just suggested. And obviously there's certain things like I love to watch and get inspired by other readers, their take on certain tarot cards. I'm always, learning and just enjoying content. That's just really what it's all about for me. And so a lot of things will come up in my suggested. And so what was coming up in my suggested, because I was looking at pick a cards, it was one after another, and I counted 30 in a row. What your person's thinking about you, their next move towards you, who you're going to marry, what they look like. It was just like, it was all about another person. Nothing was about the self. Nothing was about anything where we're improving ourselves and empowering ourselves. It was all about this other person. And I get it. It's hot. It's trendy. And guess what? Those people are kicking ass and taking names. They got the views. They got the subscribers. Their channels are thriving. But are they really making a positive impact in this collective? Or are they just, and I'm not saying that they're doing this on purpose, do they even realize that a lot of people are just taking this information and turning it into what they want to hear? And it might actually be damaging a lot of people. Again, the reader's not responsible for that, how people are going to take it, just like I'm not responsible for what people take from my reading. But because I do personal readings, I hear a lot of stuff and I get to read a lot of things that tell me, wow, a lot of what people are feeling and going through are really heavy and really dark and sometimes just straight up toxic as hell. And it just is, I as an empath, I take it on. I feel responsible for my collective. I just do, even though I know I'm not, but I am to a degree. So my point is, even going into that, is that I'm starting to pull away from, and I know I've done this in the past, and then I've kind of gone back to, because people are like, oh, but I really want to know what my person's thinking every moment of every day. And I've kind of, okay, well, I'll do that again. I have to do things that feel right to me and feel good to me. And right now, it just doesn't feel good. And, again, I know I've talked about this freaking a few times now over the last few weeks. It's reflected. A lot of people want to plug into that, and a lot of people don't really want to watch my channel unless I'm pushing out or pumping out that kind of reading or information. So, I'm just still continuing to go downhill with things. But at the end of the day, I have to do what I feel is right for myself. And what I feel is right for myself is things that I can feel good about. And what I feel good about is trying to help people, not to lose yourselves in another person. This label, this belief system, this collective with what we're being told by all these people that you can't do this and you can't do that. Again, I don't know where this freaking Bible is. I don't get it, but whatever. But all these different theories and belief systems going around that we can't even see. So it's just about faith and what this person's saying and what this person believes and who we respect. And so we're going to listen to that or listen to this. I guess would be the same. But I feel like anything that's grounded, because I'm a realist at the end of the day. And it doesn't mean that I can't get carried away in a fantasy or a dream and trust my intuition and feel the magic of things. I certainly can. But at the end of the day, I'm a realist. If something feels like shit, especially if it's felt like shit for years, there's something to it. It doesn't mean continue to stay invested in that situation, continue to stay hung up on that person. It feels like shit for a reason, because it's telling you that you probably need to heal something within yourself. And if a person's in and out of your life, coming back and forth, they're all in and they're all out, or they hook you in and they ghost you again, that's toxic behavior. Why are we promoting those types of connections? Why would people want to stay connected to people that are breaking their fucking heart, that are ripping their heart out of their chest, that are lying to them, deceiving them, going back and forth between you and another person? Why would we want to do that to ourselves? And I believe that a lot of the information, a lot of the things that are being pumped out right now are just promoting the hanging on to that. Constantly promoting this fantasy that you and this toxic piece of shit are meant to be and will come together eventually. I mean, do I believe people can change? Sure. Most of the time, no. But can it happen? Yes. You know? But it doesn't happen overnight, and it usually doesn't happen when we're chasing someone or hanging on to them. It usually happens when we just move on with our lives and forget all about it, you know? So anyways, you guys, that might have been just a little too much for some of you guys. It's cool. It's no big deal. I just really wanted to tap into things that we can be grateful for. We can be grateful for this difficult person. We can be grateful for the fact that they have helped to show us the way back to ourselves. That's actually how I see the twin flame connections and these soul connections. I see them as people that help us to see ourselves, to help us look in the mirror and really come back home to ourselves. They're our soul family. They're our soul group. There are people that we're meant to connect with that help us along our journey. I don't really think one connection is more important than the other. I believe they all matter. They all have equal, well, maybe not as equal impact, because some connections are going to be a little bit more intense than others. But I feel that it all stems from a place of helping us towards our path of ascension. So I just feel that they're all important, and that they're all here for a reason. So we take what we can learn from each situation, whether it worked or whether it didn't work out. And it's like another situation or name to put on the resume of life. You know what I mean? So it's just about continuing to look at ourselves, examine those details, crumble down any old belief systems that are getting in our way of living our best lives and empowering ourselves. And the thing is, life is not cookie cutter. We're not just going to be given the information. You know, a lot of people want that. I want to know if this person's my twin flame, and I want to know what my future husband looks like. What? What? Like, it's just so unrealistic. Life doesn't work that way. And, you know, anybody that's promoting that they're able to look in a crystal ball and tell you exactly how it's going to go down, it's just not the way that it works. But, you know, it's all about our belief system. I mean, if you believe something is true or somebody's that powerful, then I guess it can somehow, you know, match up frequency wise. I don't really know. But all I know is that you're not meant to know everything on your journey. You're not meant to know your future. You're not meant to know. So stop asking, because this information is being given to you in a complex way for you to figure it out so you can examine the details and you can continue to transform throughout your lifetime. It's all about transformation, transformation, transformation. And there can only be transformation really when we hit a wall and we're just like, oh, it's another wall that I got to crumble down. Perfect. And then now I'm going to resurrect more informed with more wisdom and strength than I had before. And I'm going to carry on. So anyways, you guys, hope that was helpful to some of you guys out there. Just wanted to do a different type of a reading this week, really helping to empower you guys and to see this person as a great teacher and to shift more into that energy of being grateful and feeling blessed by your encounter with them, but also empowering yourself and knowing when to move forward with your life. And knowing that whatever is meant for you will find its way back to you. Okay? All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.